Wildens, after the exhibition, Frank was talking about just being a little disappointed with the big men and how they played. Just curious, what did he say after that game? What did you guys work on in practice, and what went right for you and the other big men tonight out there?
Yeah, we just had to step it up, to be honest. As bigs, we just had to step it up, practice harder, and be more, physical, and more be a presence at the rim, protect the rim and everything like that. So we did a better job practicing at that.
Jermaine, just how good did it feel to finally kind of get back on the court for you personally, and how do you feel like you did handling some of those point guard duties they're asking you to do tonight?
I'll say it again.
How did it feel to get back on the court, and how do you feel like you did handling some of the point guard stuff they were asking you to do tonight?
I felt like I was doing good. It felt really good actually to get back on the court. But it's like I was just trying to, get my teammates. I know I can get my shot where I want to shoot. So I was really trying to build confidence on other players, just get them going. That's really it. But it felt amazing to be back out there.
For either one of you guys, Upstate got out to a 9-point lead and were leading on the glass for a little while, first 7 minutes of the game. What changed? What enabled them to get off to such a good start, and what changed for y'all right after that? Y'all had the 10-0 run.
Yeah, we just had to be more disciplined. We had to trust our defense and trust one another. Once we got that going, we started to make a run.
Jermaine, I just wanted to get your thoughts on how you think the freshmen played in their first time under these lights in an opener or a game that counts. What did you think of Devin and Jacoby, and how those guys kind of handle the different rotations and responsibilities of this game?
Tonight they gave us big minutes. It's gonna come with the season. It's their first game, so every freshman I feel like had the same jitters, just being excited to play and actually kind of nervous to not mess up. But it's gonna come long down the season. They're gonna help us.
For either of you guys, obviously you guys have so many new faces this year. How do you think that has gone so far in terms of just trying to build that chemistry? I know it's only one game in, but how far, you guys have come so far in terms of just training camp and getting to this point?
I think it takes every day. We learning more and more about each other every day, what other people like. So the chemistry is just kind of clicking on its own as the days go. So that's really big for us.
Yeah, we're just excited, and every day, build on that chemistry, work with each other, and we just get better every day.
Well, obviously, we don't know much about Daquan and what he kind of brings to the table, but he was the first guy off the bench, I think got 8 points on 4 or 5 shooting. What have you seen from him in practice that kind of led you to think that maybe he could do what he did tonight, and what did you see from him in his first action as a South Carolina Gamecock?
Yeah, TQ, that boy, he's strong. He's kind of got a dog mindset. He's just really excited to play, and he's ready for anything. So I congratulate him, and I'm just happy for him. I can't wait for him to grow throughout the season.
Any other questions? No, last question back to Joe.
Wildens, for you, coming into this season, you were the most experienced big within the program. How have you embraced that responsibility, help develop younger guys to understand the responsibilities of being that physical guy inside?
Yeah, learning what we do and just teaching out all the other bigs, it helps a lot. Being a returner, I had helped out all the other bigs doing what we do, showing them what we do, and in practice, teaching them, showing them,